Welcome to Sports News. The Nigeria Football Federation has confirmed that the Flying Eagles will play 3 test matches against German Bundesliga club sides before they travel to New Zealand for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. The Manu Garba-led squad will face Hoffenheim Under-23 team on May the 12th before squaring up against Nuremberg on the 15th, while their final test match is against Freiburg on the 19th. Coach Garba will use the test games to pick his final 21-man squad for the tournament. The team are expected to fly out to New Zealand via Australia from Germany on May the 23rd. FIFA has picked a Nigerian referee, Jelili Ogumoyiwa, to officiate at the Beach Soccer World Cup competition taking place in Portugal. Now, Ogumoyiwa, who officiated the final match of last month's African Beach Soccer Championship in Seychelles between Madagascar and Senegal, is among only 3 Africans selected in the 24-man list for the global tournament that takes place from July the 9th to the 19th. 4 referees were picked from Asia, 3 from North and Central America, 5 from South America, 1 from Oceania, and 8 from Europe. Lionel Messi scored 2 late goals for Barcelona to beat Bavarian giants Bayern Munich 3-0 in the first leg semi-final of the UEFA Champions League at the Camp Nou. The Argentine forward took center stage in the 77th and 80th minute before Neymar added the 3rd goal to ensure that Pep Guardiola's return to his former club ended in a nightmare. Bayern's first shot on goal came in the 71st minute as Barca completely dominated the game, while the second leg will take place at the Allianz Arena next week, Tuesday. The Spanish Football Federation says it will suspend all end-of-season games as a result of disputes with the government over issues which include TV rights. A statement by the Federation says it is unhappy with being awarded only 4.55% of pool's revenue, though it said it was still open to dialogue. All matches will be suspended from May the 16th, including the domestic cup final. In the top division, Barcelona lead La Liga rivals Real Madrid by 2 points, with only 3 games left to play to the end of the season. And that's in the sports news. I'm Ayotunde Balogun Sulaman. We'll be back with the rest of the news at
10. This is the ultimate redefined for men.
Well, it's the final day of campaigning for politicians who are seeking office in the United Kingdom's general election. Party leaders and candidates are making a last pitch for votes. It is expected that the Prime Minister David Cameron will promise to keep Britain on the road to a brighter future, while Labour's Ed Miliband will pledge a government that will put working people first. Lib Dem leader Nick Clegg is expected to offer stability and decency. It might be a tight race between parties, as polls suggest no party will win enough seats for an outright majority.
Hours of this campaign, you can make all the difference with our country moving forward, not going backwards with Ed Miliband and the SNP. That's what it is.
Prime Minister David Cameron's Conservatives are neck and neck with their Labour Party rivals led by Ed Miliband. That raises the prospect of another coalition, something Britain has had since 2010, or of one of the 2 main parties trying to govern as a minority administration, relying on smaller parties for support on a vote-by-vote basis.
They want to hold the government to ransom, vote by vote, budget by budget, measure by measure, and everyone in this country would pay the bill for that in the form of higher taxes, higher interest rates, and fewer jobs. It's something we've got to stop, and we can if we get those 23 seats.
The Liberal Democrats, in coalition with the Conservatives since the last election, are now busy campaigning against both the largest parties. The Conservative vote could be split by the rise of the anti-European Union UK Independence Party. Labour is seeing areas it once considered as strongholds being overrun by the Scottish National Party. Both main parties are refusing to acknowledge publicly that a second-hung parliament in a row could signal a permanent decline in their decades-old grip on power.
Well, about this time last week, the United States sent one of its representatives to Burundi and advised President Nkurunziza against running for a 3rd term. as it could have dire consequences in terms of affecting the stability of his country. He and his supporters are still adamant on the matter, saying his first term didn't count because he was handpicked by Parliament. To make things even better for President Nkurunziza, a constitutional court also ruled in his favor yesterday, stating the same reason given by him and his supporters. Here is Cynthia Araya with more on this.
No matter which side claims to be right in this case, the human cost continues to escalate daily. There have been about a dozen deaths reported, and today we also understand that nearly 40,000 refugees have fled Burundi to neighboring Rwanda, Tanzania, and the Democratic Republic of Congo in the last month amid protests against President Pierre Nkurunziza's bid for a third term. Then the U.S. Secretary of State's visit to Somalia yesterday has been overshadowed to some extent by an unfortunate incident today. Al-Shabaab Islamist militants shot dead a government official in the capital Mogadishu. In a separate attack, the group also bombed an African Union troop convoy outside the Somali capital. Al-Shabaab has claimed responsibility. Finally, a report by French investigators says the co-pilot of the Germanwings plane that crashed in the French Alps in March appears to have practiced a rapid descent on a previous flight. Lubitz is suspected of deliberately crashing the Airbus 320, killing all 150 people on board. Well, that's the foreign news wrap-up. It's back to you, Sulaiman.
Many thanks, Cynthia. The main news again. The federal government has cautioned against the reversal of power sector privatization by the incoming government and warned that any move in that direction will take Nigeria decades back. That's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for watching.